Hi, I'm Akil, and you're watching the Betty Shabazz podcast training on the Higher Learning Network. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Aisha.
Hi, I'm Shani. You're watching the Betty Shabazz podcast training spring session number 8 on the Higher Learning TV show.
Today, our guest is Imari Burrell, maintenance engineer who has traveled abroad to China.
Here at Betty Shabazz, we address our elders as Mama and Baba, so today we will be addressing our guest as Baba Imari.
First, we'll tell you a bit about his background.
Freshman Imari Burrell selected for Chicago Urban League Student Ambassador trip to China in June. Imari Burrell, CMAB freshman, has been selected to be a representative for the Chicago Urban League Student Missions trip to China in June. For the third consecutive summer, the Chicago Urban League is sending the group of 21 African American high school students for a 2-week trip to cultural exchange mission to China. The trip is supported and funded by the China United States Exchange Foundation and United Airlines.
Thank you for joining us, Baba Imari.
And thank you guys, and I want to thank you guys for the opportunity and the great introduction for bringing me in.
Thank you. So we have our first question for you today. We wanted to
Okay.
know, what was your cultural experience in China?
My culture experience in China, you could tell, well, it was different. As you can see, I'm from the United States, and China is overseas, out of the country. So it was different trying to adapt to their culture, the time difference, the food, and just a lot of things that I'm not normally used to.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
Well, that sounds good. Now, what did you do when you went to China for 2 weeks? Like, what was your goal when you went there? What were you trying to learn?
So my goal was to learn as much as I can to come back and tell my friends and my families on how it is outside of the country, outside of the United States, to try a lot of different things and, just to bring back souvenirs and just to say that I did it.
All right.
That sounds so nice. I wanted to know, as it said in there, said it was a part of a military school. What made you go to military school?
That's a good question. To be honest, to answer that question, I wasn't forced to go to a military school. I really picked it. I didn't want to go to the neighborhood school that was around my house, so I decided to go to the military school.
Yeah, that sounds nice. I mean, how did the military school contribute to your life now?
I could say that the military it contribute in such a good way that it formed me to be the great young man that I am today. Just with the manners. Not saying I didn't learn manners at home or anything, but it made sure I didn't forget what I was taught at home, and it showed me how to be a young man of class. So,
Well, I also wanted to know, this is kind of a personal question on my end. What
go
was
ahead.
some of the disciplinary measures at your military school?
So we had PT, which is I could say extra PT. So PT is physical training. That's what we do, like what you guys do at gym yourself with the exercise and the stretching. So if we was to do something that we wasn't supposed to do and we had to be disciplined, it'd be something called extra PT, where where we wasn't supposed to be doing it at this moment, but since we did something, we had to do it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we just extra working out, running, and just stuff that you really didn't want to do unless you had to.
Did they, did they use corporal punishment in your military school?
Can you say that again? I'm sorry.
Corporal punishment, as in like physical punishment,
No,
other
they did
than
not. So uh The military school is a Chicago public school, so I know you guys is thinking about the military, so you guys is thinking like it's ran by the military or it's
Yeah.
something different. No, they still have to go by the school policy, well, the Chicago policy of how they teach the students, how they go about things. But the military do make things different. Well, the military aspect of it make things different because our sergeants, these were still people that was in the military. Some of them, some were retired, and we still had some active duty. So, yeah.
Um, did you? All right. I'm sorry we had a little interruption, but I wanted
So,
to know: did you always want to go to military school? Like, was that your passion?
no, it wasn't a passion. My father did go to the military. That did not, that didn't push me in that direction. Like I said, it was just I didn't want to go to the school that was in my area, so I, branched off and went somewhere else. And I just looked at that as a way for me to become who I am today, with some structure and, and it helped me.
What are some of the things that you did while in China?
So a lot of things I did in China was basically I went to seminars. So seminars are things like I was out there basically learning about their culture, learning about the things that they do. We ate food, we visit some of the local markets and the local stores, and I was able to bargain with the people with my American money. Um, I was able to do a lot of things. I was on the second fastest train in the world. It's called the Bullet Train. So I was on that. I was on the Great Wall of China. I was able to do a lot of things in China.
Question: was the bullet train? Did it feel like it was going fast?
It,
Like,
it
was
actually did. It actually did. They said it was like, if I'm not mistaken, they did say like 100 miles, a
oh,
100 to 110 miles. It didn't feel that fast because of course you're in cover, but you could see it going very fast.
was it okay? All right.
It was like an anti-gravity moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you going rocking back and forth almost.
Ooh,
So,
that sounds
Yeah.
like a
Was you
roller
holding
coaster
stuff
ride.
and
yeah.
yeah.
Another, do you have a question?
Um. Yeah. I wanted to know if do you think that military school can produce better students and better children, and do you think these kids nowadays need more disciplinary measures like how you went to military school?
Uh, the way I want to answer that question, I want to start off by saying it's not really about the military or the structure. It's about almost the child first. You have some kids that need correction and need to be driven in the right way. But if the child don't want to go that way, in the end, it's not gonna lead the right way. But I could say if you are someone that's going to listen and listen to those guys that been in the military or women that been in the military and stuff that have good things to say or just good experience with life and being overseas and going a lot of places and seeing a lot of different things, you will be able to learn from them. You get what I'm saying? And I don't think they'll tell you something wrong or lead you the wrong way. So yes, the military is a good the military school because I think we kind of getting it like kind of confused. The military school is a good way to go. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What did people think when you said that you were going to a military school? Were they like, oh no, or was it like a congratulations?
Uh well, my family was like, well, what made you go there? Because again, I wasn't forced to go there. That was something that I picked myself. So it did raise some eyebrows on where they was asking, like, why did he want to go there? Like, did you see something? Or are you going to go into the military? So again, it did raise a lot of eyebrows, and they thought I was gonna continue with the path and go to the military, but I didn't. So,
Oh,
you know, I didn't
So
think
on
nothing.
that note, we have a caller.
Okay.
So wanted to
yeah.
know. Did you just mute them? You just muted them. I'm muted. All right, caller. Can you state your name and where you're calling from? 1 second. Hello? Oh. Turn it up.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
State your name
My
and
name
where
is
you're
Michael.
calling. Oh, your name is
I'm
Michael.
calling from Flint, Michigan, and I have a question. One question that I have is, did you really like it at the military school? Like, was it something that you really enjoyed being there? Like, I know most schools they don't like kids don't like being at school. But did you like being at that school? Like, did you have a really strong bond with the other people?
Uh, you know, just like with you guys with school, you have your ups and downs. Some days you love it, you love all the teachers, you love being here. Then some days you wish you could have stayed home. Yes, I did. I had friends. I had bonds with a lot of teachers and the principal and stuff. But when it was time for them to hand down disciplinary and to show that I couldn't be playing games, yeah, you don't want to be here, of course, you know.
Yeah, like I say is one of the things that I say is like I like my dean until I get in trouble. It's like
Yeah, so that's exactly what it is. That's exactly
Yeah,
what it is.
just try our best to stay out of trouble, so we don't
yeah.
have to do that.
Yeah.
Callers, there. Do you have another question?
No.
Okay, thank
Alright.
you.
Can I ask the caller a question or no? That's not possible.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, you can ask the caller a question.
Is the caller in school himself?
Caller,
Yeah.
are you in school yourself?
Yeah.
He said yes.
Okay, ask him, do he like school and what is his favorite subject?
Okay, I wanted to ask, are you what's
Do you
your
like
favorite
school and what's your favorite subject?
What do I like about school?
Yeah,
do
that could be,
you like
yeah, yeah.
school? And
No,
yeah,
no, he could use that. That's the better reference, a better way to say it. What do he like about school and what's his favorite subject? That's perfect.
What I like about school is that they teaching you stuff. Some things teach you stuff that's gonna actually add to your resume as an older person. That's what I like about schools. And they teach you actual stuff that some kids don't get to learn. And then my favorite subject is math. W math.
Okay,
Well,
that's good. That's good, man.
to another question
And thank you.
when he said it adds to a resume of like of when you're older, I wanted to know was what was some of the things that you learned in military school that you now apply in your today life?
The first, I just want to start off with the word structure,
Mm.
and then we're going to start with the integrity, learning how to take up when you're wrong, learning how not to blame someone else, trust. When we doing those exercises in PT, and you fall back and hoping someone there to catch you, you gain trust for certain things. So it's a lot. It's a lot that you could bring with you. It made me to a young adult. You know what I'm saying? So basically, it was basically what I was being taught at home, but they were just basically drilling it and making sure I didn't forget it almost in a way. You
yeah.
know.
Okay.
Okay, next question. I wanted to know when it comes to the military school, of course, there is the military aspect, but what was the educational aspect? Did you guys have like regular classes like us, like math and science and history? And if there
So
was, like,
yeah,
did they put a military twist on those subjects?
of course we had again. It was a CPS, so it was a Chicago Public School. So of course we had the English, Algebra One, anything you could think of, the reading, and we also had JROTC. But again, JROTC classes is also offered at non-military schools. So you could go to Simeon, you can go somewhere else, and they might have a JROTC class. So it wasn't different. It was just me having to wear the uniform every day, and
Mhm.
me it just being just the discipline. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things that a lot of things that the kids get to do at their school, we wasn't able to do. You get
Yes.
what I'm saying? So
That
I have one more question.
okay.
Was your uniform military suits like that the teachers wear military suits? Like I just want, or was it like regular laid back? Like we have all black to wear. We have all
So
black. So
So we had dress in and dress out days, but 9 times out of 10, Monday through Friday, it was uniform for the students, and it was also uniforms for the teachers that was from the military, that basically that was retired, but they still wore the uniform because we had colonels, we had sergeants, we had lieutenants, and then we just had everything. So it was military based. So they wore uniform as well. Also the kids as well.
On that note, we have another caller.
So
Okay,
call
let them let them let them
name.
let them act.
Hello? Wait 1 second. There, no, that was the other caller. This is me. Wait 1 second.
Mm, mm, mm.
Hello.
Caller, can you state your name and where you're calling from?
Hey, I'm Terry. I'm calling from Texas.
That's very nice, Terry. What is your question for our host, our guest? I mean,
So in military school, have they ever had you do anything dangerous like gun ranges and things like that?
No, we didn't. So, but we no, 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 no. We didn't go to any gun ranges, but we played with the you could say fake guns almost, like with the drills and the rifles and throwing them up in the air. That's about it. And I also was on the archery team. If I don't think that have nothing to do with it, but that.
Well,
that's really nice.
I've been to a gun range. Like y'all didn't have little field trips. Like I know you went to China. That was one of your biggest field trips. But
Okay, yeah.
when you went to a field trip, was it like a military base? Like, have you ever been to a military base on that field trip? Like,
No, we can. No, I don't think we ever been to a field trip that was based off the military. Anything that we ever learned, or it was just off the stories and what we read throughout the JROTC books, and again, we had the teachers and the sergeants as well telling us and explaining.
okay, well,
I just want to add on that. Like I went to a school before. It was a private school, and there were
Okay.
many things that it was not a military school, but because of how it was kind of military based. It was a religious school, so we did things that we couldn't do, and there was in our school. My mom said that they couldn't do corporal punishment on me, but there were people that they could do
Yeah.
it and stuff like that. Like we had year round. There were certain places that we didn't go. We did go on like field trips because it was like a regular school, but because it wasn't part of the CPS school system, it was very much different from other schools, and we did a lot of other different things. And our curriculum also was different. Like we
Okay.
had different classes and things that.
Like almost. My bad for cutting you off, but what learning different nationalities in your curriculum or like base.
Yeah, it was
What was different about it?
well, basically my old school, because it was a religious school, um, we had classes centered around that religion. Like that was the first class of the day. We sat there and we would basically went to like a lecture, and they would teach us many things on this and give us like reminders and things. And then in class, like in history, most schools they would learn about like Mount Rushmore or President Bush or President Nixon. We had things that learned about Black history and things such as that.
It's
Not only in Black
it's
History Month, but it was mostly factored around that.
but oh, go ahead.
it's almost like the school now you guys at the Betty Shabazz with the
Mhm.
whole Baba Mama thing. But before you, because I know we're getting almost to that time, I want to ask you guys one more question. This question is for both you guys. I hear that you guys might be going to China soon. What are some things that you guys are looking forward to, and what is something that you want to ask me that I can tell you about China and stuff. I know you guys asked me, but just to put yourself in the shoes.
I have two things. I have a question and then I have also a comment. I'm excited for the food because I be on TikTok and I see all of these amazing foods that I've never oh my God, they just be looking so good. And I'm just like, oh my God. But also,
Yeah.
how is the food inside of China?
Oh my God. I don't. All I'm gonna say is different. It,
Yeah.
depending on how long you stay there, some days you're gonna be like, no, I'm just not gonna eat. I can hold off. Then, of course, you're not gonna be able to just hold off forever. So you're gonna eat some, but the food is pretty cool. Is different, and I feel like when you guys do go, I want you to try as much as your stomach and your mind will let you. You know what I'm saying? So just try everything you could, and don't be a party pooper. What I mean by that is just go with the flow and learn and gain all the knowledge that you can while you're out there.
So we have another caller.
Yeah.
Okay.
Caller, may you please?
State your name and tell us where you're from.
Yeah, because I kind of had lost my words.
Hello? Ah,
Hello?
this happens a lot. Wait 1 second.
Uh-huh.
Hello?
Hi, may you please state your name and where you're coming from or where you're calling from?
For telling me did the 30 seconds, please.
Mm-hmm.
And where are you calling from?
Milwaukee.
Okay.
All right, but Bartholomew, do you have any questions for Baba Imari?
What is military?
What is what?
What is male inferior like?
Male inferior?
Yes.
Male inferior lights. What did you just say?
Yeah, I don't. What do you mean?
I don't know. He doesn't know what that
I know
means.
the first question was what was
What is military like?
What is the military like? Oh,
Oh,
he wasn't actually
so
in the military.
yeah, I wasn't actually in the military, so I can only tell you about the JROTC book, and my sergeant stories and all. I don't have my own stories that I can tell you guys about the military.
Yeah, that was
so the
the end.
caller also asked if you get
Yeah,
I know we already talked about this, but maybe they didn't catch on. Do y'all get
Whooped. He said, "Do you guys
You
get whooped in military school?"
No, 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 no,
They
no,
don't
no,
they don't
no.
take y'all to
Yeah.
a
Now I don't know. No, I don't know. No, people don't actually get whooped. They don't put their hands on you in a military school. They
so
just
they don't be
they
fighting
make
y'all?
you do they make you do extra push-ups and run extra miles.
Oh,
And that's their way of discipline, almost in a way.
extra
In
push-ups.
addition to your question before about China and what we would do if we were there, I never got the answer, sadly. I wanted to say that I've always been interested in different cultures and different food, especially like agriculture and things. Like one of my trips that I really want to go to because I've been to many different places in America, but I've never been. Well, actually, recently I've been out of the country, but I've never been somewhere out of North America. Let's say that. And I wanted to know what like when it comes to like their food and things, was there any time that there were like unknown substances in there, like bugs or
Oh, I thought you
anything
meant
like
something
that?
else.
Oh
Substances is
no,
not a
no,
bug.
a bug or
A
I
bug
because I
is
know
don't.
that in other countries they do eat like stuff like that.
I know I've been to a country that ate bats.
Oh yeah, they do.
Everything that
Like
I have eaten, everything that I have eaten where I was out there, they told me what it was. So unless they lied or they didn't tell me, I don't know what I was eating. But everything that I did eat, it was known. I was known. I was, I knew about it.
Yeah.
Well,
And then one more thing, something that I want to say about China. It's very different, and I also want to say that it'll show you the meaning of love and family because every day while we were out there and when we ate, I don't matter. It don't matter if it was lunch, dinner, or snack, or anything. We ate with the village. We ate with a group of people. We sat out, we talked, and we ate. Versus now, I can't speak on you guys, but I don't eat dinner with my family or breakfast. You know what I'm saying? Because it's either one. Someone's probably at work, someone's probably sleep, but what I want to say about China is just everyone is on one accord almost. And that's a good thing. It's a
that's what
beautiful
my
thing.
mom say. Like that's what my mom started doing. She started making dinners more, and so we could eat together as a family. And
Yeah,
she started
yeah,
doing that she started doing that because of other people, and how everybody else is together. And it's like she thinks so
yeah.
many
It's a
black
good
people.
thing. It's a good thing. It's a beautiful thing when you're at lunch, you're at breakfast, and everyone could talk. Everyone could say how they slept or just getting something off their chest that the family need to hear. But you don't get to do that when one person sleep, the other person at work, the other person's eating, have eaten already. So it just China will open up you guys' eyes to a lot of things. However you guys want to look at it, however you guys look at it when you get out there. So, just be open.
Unfortunately, we are out of time now, but I want to thank you for joining us, Bobby Mari. And I'm Aisha,
I'm Shani.
and you're watching the Betty Shabazz podcast training on the Higher Learning TV show. Thank you.
Ooh, thank you guys so much for having me. See you.
Bye bye.
And you're watching CTV on the Higher Learning Network. Yeah. Hi, I'm Brandon. Hi, I'm Akil. And you're watching the Betty Shabazz podcast training on the Higher Learning Network. Yeah.